All right, ladies and gentlemen, so good morning. And this morning, this video right here that I'm getting ready to make, it's going to be on how to avoid a costly repair with your AC by bypassing the compressor with a shorter belt to go from the power steering pump to the crankshaft. And right here, I got this little diagram for what I'm going to be doing. This is the belt diagram. And as you can see right here, this is the belt, the front belt that we're going to be working on today with the tensioner that goes around the AC compressor right here, which this is making a lot of noise right now, and this bearings is bad. So what I'm going to attempt to do is to come right here like this and essentially just do like this. If I can get this pin to right, I'm gonna do like basically like this. This is where the belt will go as opposed to going around here. So we're gonna eliminate the AC for right now. And I don't know if I can get that where the camera can focus on it, but that's what we're gonna do right now. So that way I can still drive the car without having to use the AC. So that's what we're about to get into. And I'll be back in just a minute with the next phase on the process. All right, so I'm back, and I don't know if y'all can see this, but I got my light shining kind of on this down here where you're gonna have to go, and there's a nut right there where my finger is pointing, and that's a 14mm nut. You're gonna have to loose that first so you can turn this nut right here counterclockwise to loosen the tension off of the tensioner pulley, which is over here underneath this. I don't know if you can see where my finger is over here. I'm touching it right now where the tensioner pulley is, because we got to move that in order to get this belt off, because down here at the air conditioner compressor is where I'm having my issue right now. So I'll be back, but I got an extension on you're going to need a ratchet with an extension with a 14mm socket to get at that nut down there, to get that loose first. And then it's going to be a 14mm, I believe, again for that other nut right there to loosen that. All right, so I'll be back. All right, so I'm back, and I got the belt off now, and yeah, so now I just got to get the other belt on, and this is the shorter belt, and here it is right here. This is the part number in case you need it, for a 2001 Mitsubishi Galant. And the guy, shout out to him, World of Cars, who made the video showing how to do this, because I wouldn't even know how to had done this if it wasn't for him. But basically this belt is going to go around the crank down there and then come up around this, which is the power steering pump, so I can keep driving without using that down there until I can service that later with the down there at the bottom, the AC compressor with a pulley and the clutch. And I'll probably be doing another video on that later on, but until then, right now, that's where I'm at right now, and I'll be back once I get to the next phase in this process. All right, peace. All right, so I'm back, and we have I done successfully got the shorter belt on, which bypassed the AC compressor down there. And I spun my pulley on my AC compressor, and as you can see, it's still moving freely, but that's got way too much play in it, and that's what's making all my noise. And so I'm gonna have to mess with this on the next video. But on for right now, you know, we got everything with the belt going around the crank and up to the power steering pump. And you can do this if you have a 2001 Mitsubishi Galant, just so you know, so that way you can know what you got to do. You know, if you want to bypass your AC compressor and it's making a lot of racket and you afraid of it snapping the belt, this is what you do. And this right here, this just moves out the way. This is the overflow bottle for the radiator, but I'm about to put that back right here, and it just goes right on it just slides right on a bracket right there. I'm gonna put that back now. Yep, and got all that set back up. Now I'll go ahead and crank it back up and see what happens again. All right, so everything seems to be doing pretty good. Go ahead and cut it off. Now I don't have no AC no more, but at least, you know, I don't have to worry about that making noise or snapping the belt, the other belt, which I already took off. And I got a new belt just like that one, so when I do fix my AC compressor, I can put it back and have a new fresh belt. And if you are doing this, just remember, you got a nut right down in here where I'm pointing, that you got to loose that first, and then you're gonna have to loose this other nut right here where I'm pointing. I don't know if y'all can see that, but get a little clearer of view right there. And that you're gonna have to turn that counterclockwise, and then when you tighten it back up, you got to turn it back the opposite way to tighten, to put tension on your belt. And then when you tighten it back, don't forget to tighten that nut back up under there where I showed you the first time. I hope y'all can see that on the camera. I'm trying to get it on the camera. I hope you can see where I'm pointing right there. Anyway, right there, there's that nut right up under there. And you got to get that tight, all the way tight, so your tension will stay on your belt. And yeah, that was kind of, and the hardest part of this job was, I didn't show y'all, but when you get this belt on here, you're gonna have to turn this because it's gonna be kind of tight, And the guy on World of Cars, he shows it better on his video, and I didn't really show it on my video as well. But when you get this belt, when you got the tensioner all the way loose, after you all the way loosen it, when you first start the job and you get the belt around the crank and then you put it around here, it's going to be kind of tight, and you're going to have to prise it over to get it on this pulley right here for the power steering pump. And when you do that, you're going to have to turn, I'm going to show you right here, you're going to have to turn this crank bolt right here with a ratchet like this. And I got a 22 millimeter, and that's a 22 millimeter right there socket on there. This is a braking bar. I had a ratchet, but really you need a 1/2 inch ratchet with, or whatever you got, just a 22 millimeter socket and ratchet, so you can turn that, maybe preferably with a long handle ratchet, so you can turn the crank. And the thing is, it was kind of hard for me because I'm all by myself, so I had to turn the crank and like kind of, I had to be like in between like this up here, doing this and turning that at the same time, which was kind of tricky dicky for me to do that and get that belt to go over here onto this pulley, which was really kind of like, all I can say is praise God. I give God the thanks and the glory, you know what I mean, that I was able to do what I got done today. And so this will help me now tremendously until I can, you know what I'm saying, do whatever I got to do to pull my AC compressor clutch and my pulley off of that, which I got the kit for doing all of that, and then it's snap rings to take that loose. So that's going to be kind of a chore by itself. But you know, I hope this helps someone out, man. If you got a 2001 Mitsubishi Galant and you want to just be able to drive your car without having to you know, spend a whole bunch of money to get your AC unit pumped down and put on a new compressor and condenser, because you're gonna have to, because if you do all that, then you got to replace this right here, which is the dryer, and this under here, which is the condenser, and then you got to get a new compressor and all new lines or whatever, and pump your system down. Or I don't know about new lines, but you got to get your system pumped all down and then pump it back all up. And you know, so it can be a pretty expensive deal. But me, I got to do what I got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I hope this helps someone out today, this video out today, if you have a 2001 Mitsubishi line. So until the next one, peace.